Happy belated Sunday, everyone.
Yo.
This one was on me
good,
today.
Guys.
This one was on me.
It's all good. It's daylight savings time, you know. Time change.
Sure, but there's other reasons. I got some family coming into town in about a week or so I've been doing a lot of cleaning. My dad's a hunter, so I had to help him out yesterday. My shoulder hurts today. Rough. That's rough, buddy.
It's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy himself. How you guys doing, man? I'm just staring at this first page right here. Nice.
I saw one panel. It's interesting. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I don't know the context of it today, so that's nice. It's unusual, one might say.
I just thought about it. With Tella, I'm assuming he could probably communicate via his soul. I never thought about that. Probably be able to somehow. A soul communication. Yo, what's up, Lauren? How you doing?
All right, so chapter 228. What happened last week?
Phase 3's happened last week. Nice dialogue happened last week. Aging happened last week. Transferring of ability, negator ability happened last week. And
you're not done?
The return of Fang.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. Very enjoyable read for many reasons.
That might have been my favorite since like maybe Andy's return initially in like 218. So like that was the best one in a while for me.
I probably agree with you. I think I agree. That one was meaty. Had a lot in it. So, and I'm loving the POV switch ups. Fire. Going from one fight to the next. Gina and Change is not even done yet. I was kind of, and you know, when everybody was worried, I was worried that fights would end really quickly. So I would have, back, say about a month ago or so, I would have thought that the Gina and Change, or really any fight, was going to end within a chapter or 2 chapters. But that fight's still going on. But we got a good chunk of it. So
I think Tozuka is doing like a first half look in at a lot of these fights, and then we'll have like a lot of them interconnected later on all together in like 1 or 2 chapters, which might be pretty cool. I think we've talked about this. Maybe it was Undead, maybe it was something else, but a lot of war arcs in anime or manga, it's very sequential. So they'll start and finish a fight, start and finish another fight, start and finish a third fight. They don't have a lot of overlap, but a lot of these fights are occurring all at the same time. So for him to be able to kind of do the first half of the chapter for something, the second half of the chapter for something else, I like that format on a week-to-week reader basis, as opposed to if I was binging it. I think I might prefer the sequential. But since we are weekly readers at this point, I think I prefer this format.
100%. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely flows better like this. I'm trying to think. There's something I was thinking about. Creed. Remember we were talking about Creed? Please show up for this one. Show up. Yeah. You were just saying a second ago about like interconnecting certain fights. Hey, Creed, we need you. You fit this one. Arguably more than these 2 characters right here. So,
which one of the phase 3 forms are you most scared of right now?
Let me go back real quick. The Justice one was pretty crazy, imposing like just the size, pause, the size, and just like the positioning, pretty crazy. Uh, Time was pretty interesting too. It kind of reminded me of a sick design,
Mm.
kind of like slender and just kind of look deadly. He looked kind of calm and deadly. Kind of reminds me of Lafitte from One Piece.
Okay. There has been a weekly sketch by Tozuka every week that is released on Twitter. And shout out to Web Mantis. He does do kind of like translational aspects of these little pages. So he stated on Twitter earlier this morning that Time actually has like auburn or red hair. So that's the color of their design.
Mm-hmm. I can see. I'm just looking at the pen. Yeah.
I would have liked it if it would have been more like a dirty blonde, sort of like the Sands of Time. But auburn is the next best thing because there are some deserts that have like a darker red aesthetic to them, especially at like sunset.
At first, I was thinking like a darker blue, but
Okay.
nah. War pretty much looks exactly how we would have thought. Like,
He's a walking weapon, literally.
Yeah. But Justice, that is pretty scary. Like, imagine waking up to that. Like, no.
You want to talk about there's this meme of like you walk into some place and then you start to hear boss music. I feel like that is the epitome of what is happening.
Elden Ring boss right there.
Yeah, it's an Elden Ring boss, literally.
I think what makes it really scary though is because we're seeing like Yusai too in the shot, so it makes it scary because of the size comparison. Yeah, so definitely, that definitely added to it. And we still got Death and Luck. We haven't seen their phases, or more likely phase 3. It seems like we're skipping phase 2 for all of them. We'll see. Maybe, I don't know, but. I've seen some people say that they didn't really like that. I don't really like. I get it, but I think Suzuka's like, well, shit. I just don't want to draw all that shit, man. I don't want to draw phase 2 and phase 3. Just straight to phase 3.
And also, like, would that make sense? It's almost like you're playing with your food, but to a certain extent, like these negators are putting up a fight. I wouldn't expect them to go phase 2 and then have to go to phase 3. Just like kill them off as soon as you can if you have it. I'd even not be surprised if they had a phase 4, to be honest.
If anyone has one, it would be Soul.
Oh, you think only one of them might have it? I was thinking all the Master Rules could.
I think.
Or maybe like the upper echelon.
I think Soul definitely has it. If I were to guess or choose somebody, but maybe one of them might get to that point. I feel like it's going. One thing I'm noticing now, even though everything seems similarly on every battlefield, I think the conclusions are going to be very different. So I think some of them might. I think there might be like one that might go to phase 2. I'm not sure which one will kind of like quote unquote play with their food, but I think that would be cool, at least to differentiate like personalities and characterization between them, and also that Soul will go phase 4, but maybe another one would go phase 4 just because they got to like some kind of quirk singularity.
I was gonna say that could have even been a reference to Bleach with Ukiura having the updated format no one else knows about. Yep. He's like what, seat 4, 3, something like that. That'd be pretty.
Who would you think if you were to choose?
If I thought someone had a phase 4 and it was only one person, I'd probably say Death, just because there's so many different ways to die. So that would be my one guess if I could only have one. But Justice would be cool as well, especially if they kind of adopted like the blind scales of fate type of aesthetic as opposed to the Knight that is currently their design.
Mm-hmm. Now that you say that though, phase 3 is like the new phase 2, so I could definitely see a phase 4. Because I don't know, it's the way that they're just out of nowhere in phase 3. I just feel that it's it almost feels like a standard now.
That's the normal.
Yeah.
The new normal.
Mm-hmm. And plus, that's just one of those things where it's like, oh, we never thought that they had a phase 3, like the characters on our side. Like, oh my god, phase 4, like, oh my god, no. So, yeah.
I've been rewatching our Undead Unluck streams, and you called like phase 3 for an Uma. You thought it might have been summer, and we eventually got it with spring. But I was like, wait a minute, there's a phase 3?
Yeah, I remember that.
Eventually, yes. But yeah, I'm excited.
I don't know. I just feel like 2 was just like, nah. 3 is the number.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to hop into this?
Yeah, I forgot who's going first this week. It's you, right?
Believe me, yeah.
Okay. All right, sayonara.
You guys know the drill. We do our own little blind reactions. One person mutes themselves, go away somewhere so they don't hear, and then once the person that's reading is done, we let them in after we have like a little discussion if you guys want a little discussion in between. But you guys know the drill, man. Let us know if there's any other ways you guys want us to read some of these manga, because we're going to get into other manga as well. If we can like keep up this format, or should we switch it up and do something differently, let us know. But we're here for chapter 229. I'm excited. I'm always excited for Undead Unluck, especially within this past month. It's been like one of the main things that I've been of forms of entertainment that I'm looking forward to. So we're here though. But this chapter is called Return. Interesting. Okay. These are my favorite weapons. They put human karma on full display. Landmines, huh? That's against the rules. Let's show them, Tella. Human war. Okay. Boom. Landmines going off like crazy. He's in the middle of the shit. Suicide. No. Mine removal. You think yourselves a pair of goody two shoes? And then he had that damn grenade strapped to his chest. That's literally the man's core on. It's crazy that he's wearing it on his chest. Okay. Is Billy using unbreakable? No, not unbreakable. Wait, what's he using? Or is it? Let me know. Using something. I think he used it last chapter too. We've seen a glimpse. He used a blast to charge at me with an unchained. Oh yeah, it was unchained. Right. That's what it was. Yeah. He used the blast to charge at me with an unchained sphere. Nice use of your environment. Incredible. Battles bring out the strength and depravity of people. That's the best part of war. Man, I really need Creed to show up here because like this is exactly the person that he like. Obviously, he has beef with the figureheads, but like war itself is like, that's where the mayhem comes in. That's something that he does not like. Okay, just Tella doing in the air. Sound reflection. Ooh, nice. You hit him like, is it kind of like an EMP? You're getting the wrong idea. War has rules too. You said it. What? The only things you can stake on war are the lives of the soldiers. War isn't genocide. I won't justify war, but it is one option that humans have at their disposal. He's fast. A multi-activation with unstoppable. Yeah, he going crazy. Both of them are. After countless conflicts, people started to create rules around fighting. People risk their lives for the sake of others, while challenging. Oh, yeah, things getting old. Damn. While challenging and fighting one another within a set of rules. Oh yeah, by the way, going into that, shout out Fang, man. That was a huge character moment for him. Huge. And then we see Mui with Untruth now. I mean, not Untruth, Unfade now. Even if it means their own death. Andy, gotcha. That is. Oh shit. Okay, here goes Death and oh my god, yep. How people fight, slash them right in the middle. See Kenta-un in the background. The rest is up to you, Julia. Oh, Julia coming. I'm tripping. She's fighting to get soul in the HQ. It seems that around the round table. It seems that each and every one of those adults staked everything on you, but it's useless. The output that a single person's soul can manage doesn't amount to anything. I am the original rule, soul. And he impaled with them. Why does he feel impaled on the wall? Nico, engine on the ground, obviously, and is that Creed or Void? I think it's one of them. I think it's Creed. I think. But yeah, the ruler of your fundamental rules. They aren't rules that people like yourselves, who've only just been born, would understand. Not on my watch. Go, Julia. You meaning undead is the key to manifesting injustice, right? Unforgettable, huh? It's useless. Da-da-da. Go, go, top, go. We out. I won't let you get to undead. A soul wall, you piece of crap. Your feet are fast, but that's all they are. Wow, talking shit. We trying to get out of here, man. Now you're all out of allies, Jewies. I like how you just called them Jewies. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what the manifestation is. Time to end this. All of it. Mr. Top. Quick, what's going on? Who attacking him? Oh, Julia? She about to use injustice? Well, no. Yes, no. Yes. I'm far from giving up. I will become injustice and save everyone. Is that so? Die. And he shoots a soul blast. He looks like she's deflecting it full counter. What? How she was standing is a strand. You're the one who doesn't understand souls. Oh, is she doing? Oh, okay. Is her soul manifesting? Like, is she doing some soul technique right now? She's getting power from a different individual soul. Souls are connected. There's no such rule. Kon Shinkan Ha Eternity True Soul Wave. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay. Shin and Mui. Nice. Now we're finally getting the intersection of fights. I like that. Julia, now she's got back up. She's got back up. She's got back up. Yeah, so that makes sense why he was in the background with Kenta when the Andy and Fuko panel makes sense. Untruth. What is Time doing? He's like, what the fuck? Hey, he's fighting against Fang right now, man. Oh, look at this panel. Julia, come here. So got half of his head, right? Damn, that was a smart ass plan. Untruth is just the opening move. Coming. Idiot. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, soul chain. Who got the soul chain? Not Andy. I don't think it's Andy. Who got the soul chain? Oh, Ichiko. Oh, shit. Okay. Nice. That makes sense. Because Ichiko, obviously, she was the one who, out of anybody aside from like Lucy or Andy, when it comes to soul abilities, hers is definitely top notch. She's definitely up there because she's one of the ones. That's one of the things she's been doing, was staying in like an astro type soul, state. Unsleep. Ooh, oh, and then Julia stabs Andy in the head to get to Victor, right? You're needed, Victor. Yep. That's a cliffhanger right there. God damn it, I want more now. This is perfect. Full circle moment. I love the plan that they did to get Andy over there, to get Shin and Mui in there as well. That was fire. We got a lot of this chapter too. Like, I love how much time Tezuka spends on each of these fights and all the characters and whatnot, even for the dialogue. Like, early on in the chapter, you have war against Billy and Tella. So I definitely think Creed's gonna pop up for that for sure now, especially just seeing the switch up here. This was fire. This was fire, man. He about to be so annoying next week, Alves, because of Victor. He needs the Victor things, huh? Damn, that was good, man. And with Ichiko, that's fire, man. Like, you don't get shit like that in a lot of other shonen, battle manga. You don't get that, where it's like the side characters are doing something, like actually doing something crucial. You don't get that a lot. Like, they might do a little something to try to, quote unquote, hold back the villains or whatever, but it don't really do nothing. Maybe it buys time, but that's the most that it does is buy time. But she literally constrained them, and she when it comes to the timing of it, right, to delay that from him attacking or anything, that works too. But still, I like that everybody has a role, man, in this manga. Everybody has a role. That's dope. But All right, so I'm gonna get Twitchy in here now. It'll be his turn. This is a great chapter. I think it was a great follow up. I still like the last chapter more overall, but this one was a really good follow up. Very good. So let me get Twitchy in now. Damn, my quality dropped drastically, huh? Well, it kind of looks like it on here. I guess it's alright. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, let me get Twitchy in here now. Come on in, buddy. Make sure this camera. In fact, let me check it on YouTube. It's kind of weird. Can do weird. Guess that's better. Yep. Cool stuff, man. Yep.
Chapter time.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, guys. I have been asking this. I don't know if Avante already asked this already. If you could go ahead and like the stream for us, gets more people viewing our channel and our content. We'd appreciate it. All right, you guys know me. I love the single page spread unless Tozuka blesses us with a double spread. So chapter 229, Return. These are my favorite weapons. They put human karma on full display. Landmines, huh? That's against the rules. Literally against wartime rules to use landmines. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. My younger brother is in the United States Marine Corps, or was in the United States Marine Corps, and I didn't know that. There are rules to combat engagement as well. Let's show them, Tella. Human war. Oh, as they land, boom! Boom, 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 boom. Suicide? No. Mine removal? You think yourselves a pair of goody two-shoes? Alright, something pops up towards him. I think he's kind of floating in the air menacingly. Goes against him, kind of flings off. He used the blast to charge at me with an unchanged spear. Nice use of your environment. Incredible. Battles bring out the strength and depravity of people. That's the best part of war. He looks up. Tella's about to do some sort of sound attack. Sound reflection. Boop, 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 boop. You're getting the wrong idea. War has rules too. You said it. Nani? The only things you can stake on war are the lives of us soldiers. War isn't genocide. I won't justify war, but it is one option that humans have at their disposal. Alright, I can't tell if he's shooting him or still using Unchange. He's fast. A multi-activation with Unstoppable. Okay, he's just kicking him. He's just kicking him. After countless conflicts, people started to create rules around fighting. People risk their lives for the sake of others. Fang growing older. We got Gina. We got... who else is there? Is that Fang twice, or is that someone new above him? I know it's definitely him on the bottom right-hand panel, and I know that's definitely Gene in the upper left-hand panel. I can't tell who up... That might be Rip, bottom left. Okay, so final thing, I don't know who the upper right is. People risk their lives for the sake of others while challenging and fighting one another within a set of rules, even if it means their own death. Andy, gotcha. That is giant scythe coming down. He gets split in half. How people fight. The rest is up to you, Julia. It seems that each and every one of these dolts staked everything on you, but it's useless. Body, 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 body. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... The output that a single person's soul can manage doesn't amount to anything. I am the original rule. Soul. Ka-ching! The ruler of your fundamental rules. Oh, Creed. What's going on? They aren't rules that people like yourselves who've only just been born would understand. Not on my watch. Go, Julia. You meeting undead is the key to manifesting injustice, right? I think I called that. She needs to meet Victor in some form or fashion. Unforgettable, huh? Dash. It's useless. Top's got her on a back. I won't let you get to undead. Ka-ting! A soul wall. You piece of crap. Ting! Your feet are fast. Quee! But that's all they are. He's... Okay, this is gonna sound kind of weird. Top is getting manga'd. Like, I use that as a phrase quite frequently whenever we're watching anime. I know this is literally a manga, but he is actually getting manga'd in a manga. That's the first time I've seen that in quite some time. Dagoom! Now you're all out of allies. Jeez. Mr. Top, time to end this. All of it. Queep. Okay, about to shoot like Iron Man. I'm far from giving up as she gets the rapier pose set. I will become injustice and save everyone. Is that so? Shine! Pew! What? How is she withstanding this? A strand? You are the one who doesn't understand souls. She's getting power from a different individual soul? Souls are connected. There's no such rule. The irony in that statement. Kyuan Shinkan Ha Eternity True Soul Wave. Julia, now! She's got backup? Gah! Untruth? What is time doing? He looks up. Julia! Come here! Untruth was just the opening move? Coming. Idiot. No, you don't. The soul shackles. Alright. This is quite like the spread. This was the panel I got spoiled on. Oh, look who did it! Well done, Ichiko. Heh, on sleep. Okay, she stabs the half Andy head in the head. You're needed, Victor.
Why that stab is so hard, though, man? Like, why you got like a little softer? Look a little too lethal.
Andy's like, hold on.
7.
7.
You can see Shin and Mui on Kintoon in the background where Andy gets his head sliced.
Yep.
I was like, wait, I see it. Okay, well, were they planning? I was like, nice. That was good.
I really love the use of light in this chapter.
Yeah. Man, I'm loving these POV
landmines. Absolutely.
You get everything. You damn near get like 2 chapters worth of content in a way, in terms of how it feels. Creed, my boy, I need you on the war battlefield, man. Somebody take his position. Come on.
Was Soul trying to like hijack his armor, or was he like trying to hurt him? He was already in the wall when he got
I don't know.
hit,
It did seem different
sure.
compared to like Engine, Nico, and Phil. Like they kind of got like impaled or pushed to the wall. But for him, it did seem like he was like malfunctioning. So probably was kind of hijacking him. Then the next chapter, we're gonna get more Victor and Juiz things. That's gonna be a dope ass chapter. And then
I think we're finally gonna get that first loop look in.
Yep.
Like for real this time. For real this time.
Yep. My boy Fang getting old. Damn.
Okay. Did you discuss that comment, or should I?
What?
The first comment on the stream.
Oh no, I forgot about it. Oh wow, that's wow. He flat out very on. Hey man, you gotta chill, my boy.
We've had this discussion.
Because I read the first 3 words, and it looks like Victor. I said, "Oh, I'm not reading the rest." And now that I read it, you literally, that was an hour before we started streaming. Over an hour, 2 hours now. Gotta chill, man. If you're watching this at this point, you gotta chill, man. Wait for us to read the chapter, and then you can, do that.
Once we've both read it, you can say anything you want.
I understand the excitement, but you gotta chill, my boy.
Poor Engine. This is not the place where he should be fighting.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna switch it up. They're gonna shake it up soon.
Oh, did Creed try to like launch an attack from Soul's blind spot? Is that what it is? Because he's kind of in the air, but he's on the ground to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good follow-up for the last chapter. Last chapter is crazy.
Did Nico use an electrical slice from his mobile paws, or did he use a soul attack? I'm looking at page 9.
I think it just might be the electromagnetic ball stuff. Just based off of how it's like connected, how they usually they're always like angled like that. The electricity in between.
I thought so, but then when you look at like the bottom page where he says "Go, Julia," it looks like it's almost going through him. You know?
I do see that, yeah. But doesn't... Oh, no, never mind. He doesn't have the shit on his chest in this, right?
No.
The insignia emblem thing.
Shout out to Ichiko doing her thing.
Yep. Yo, these teams, like, when we really get to, like, the climax, or just, like, the huge parts of the conclusions to all these fights, there's gonna be some crazy shit and some crazy art we're gonna see. And we're just getting a preview with stuff like this, where everybody just coming in and helping out, doing their role. It's gonna get wild. Something has to backfire though, right? Like, if if Julia manifests as Juiz and we get Injustice and we know what Injustice is capable of doing to the Master Rules, I don't think that's how they'll lose. I think that all the Masters will end with the Negators winning on their not on their own, simply on their own, but for the most part, like when they're on their own. So, what's gonna be the plot twist there?
I did get spoiled on only one panel this chapter, but I also saw somewhat the start of a tweet to where they were saying, could Victor now manifest from this split version of Andy's body?
Actually,
because technically speaking, this was his body to begin with, and two, Andy has shown in the past, even going back to the spring arc, that he is able to move his soul into a different portion of his body. So if he was able to take out all of the soul in the vessel that is the right side of his head, then technically speaking, if Julia stabs him with like the soul memories, this is kind of like a remix to Remember, to where this is how Victor's original body / soul can manifest.
Either that, okay, I think for sure his soul will manifest. I don't know if he'll physically get his body back, maybe temporarily, since it's like a clone of like flesh, But I do think that his soul will be here for sure and stay here for a bit.
Yeah, I was just looking at that final panel where she's calling out Victor, how the black blood kind of reminds me of his bangs coming down.
This is weird though, because obviously we've been waiting on this for the whole Injustice manifestation, but like, what happens now? Like, I don't think, yes, we'll have the advantage, but I don't think it's gonna last, because I just don't see, or I don't think it'll be a good idea to have all the fights end because of Injustice, which is something that even the Master Rules are scared of. I don't think it's going to end that way.
It gets a little tricky, I will admit. But also, Funko specifically said just hold on for 10 minutes. So it's not even like they're really trying to win. They're just trying to run out the clock. So whether we like it or not, I think that might actually be the conclusion. Now, granted, surviving for those 10 minutes is no small feat either. Like, we're going to get some crazy fights, and we already have. But I don't think it's going to be, I think you said it earlier this stream, I don't think we're going to get the typical conclusion that we've gotten for, let's just say, like Lon or Beast. I don't think they're necessarily going to be defeated. I think they're just going to be held off long enough to where Julia can then finish the deal.
I would at least hope that half of them, like it's a half thing, or it's like some of them, like say, like if I were to pick characters who can get a definitive win based off of just how things are going, and I think, not saying that they're stronger, I'm just saying that I think that they're able to. Like, I think Gina is able to execute her and Sean, when Sean does pop up over there. I think that one they're going to execute that. And
well, hell, you said half. Like, if we just do the 3 that manifested phase 3 last chapter, and then Gina with change, that's 4 right there, or 4 of the 8.
4 right there, yeah. So then Death, Luck,
Soul, and Sick. Okay, so going back to what page was that? That was page 6. Is it showing Fang getting older and then?
Is Gina, Fang, Rip, and Yusai on the top right?
Oh, Yusai. Oh, well, she's not looking great.
Nah.
Poor baby girl.
Help her. Not like for real. Somebody help her. She's like, aside from Gina right now, she's like the only one by herself. And we know Gina's not going to be by herself. Help her.
Oh my god. Look at page 6, Fonte. That middle panel. She is specifically putting Unluck to the right side of his face. And that is the same side that comes down and then gets stabbed by Julia.
Dynamic duo, man. Kobe Shaq.
Look at that.
You know, I'm looking forward to Momo and Okaru's, dynamic duo. And they've been doing a good ass job too. But like, Funko and Andy, they still like, hey man, we still here, man. Just reminding you guys.
That's like the original OG duo. Dual main characters, I should say. Well, I guess Sagiri and Gabimaru might be.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
That Scythe attack, though, Def, Jesus Christ. Def is pretty damn scary already.
And this is
Eyes
phase
closed.
1?
Yeah. I think, what that kind of does tell me? I know it's pretty obvious, but, like, if you were to go to, like, a power scaling aspect, like, obviously, our MCs are fighting this. But Def, out of anybody aside from maybe Soul, yeah, Def is practically might end up being the strongest one. I mean, you think about it as a rule itself. Def.
Bill is literally just like kicking the shit out of war.
I still think there's gonna be a catch on our like going against us. Like we have the advantage, but it's gonna switch.
So here's my question then. With them attempting to get Injustice to manifest, how do you think that coincides with using Remember? Because Fuko said that she wanted the full team here, and if they used Remember while Julia was in her previous state, that she wouldn't be able to manifest it.
Right. So what you're asking is like what comes of it now? That they get it like this.
Not only what becomes of it, but like what's the timeline look like, and potentially could that then be the consequences or the hiccup in our plan by using Remember at this point?
Man, I wouldn't be able to, because I feel like I was pretty much on board by how they did it with getting Apocalypse, the information and all that, and then doing this. So I can't really think of how. But I see what you're saying. Basically, like if there is an issue that goes against us right now, that it will come from that decision. But I can't really see what would be the issue.
Do you think Soul can manipulate anyone that is present using his soul powers like he did
You
with
know what?
Kubu?
That will definitely happen. This is mayhem. This shit's gonna end so ugly. Like, there's gonna be some crazy casualties on our side too.
I'm just looking at page 6. Like, I cannot get over that quad spread of those characters. And honestly, all 4 of those characters could die.
Yep. I was just thinking
that's
that,
the reason why.
Interesting that they show.
I just
like
keep looking at that. Oh God.
Matter of fact, those 4 were. I think we predict all. So it's Fang.
Yeah, I'd have to go back to that. What was that? Chapter 2. I'm gonna do.
What was that on the top left? Is that Tella or am I tripping?
Top left. Gina.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I'm not looking at it right now. I was by memory. But yeah, so Gina. It's Gina.
Yeah.
Rip.
Gina, Rip, Yusai, and Fang.
or at least within those battlefields, someone is going to die if it's not them.
Oh, like at the location, not necessarily them.
Like Sean,
Well, yeah. I
when
mean,
he does get there.
he's not there presently, but I could see that being a thing.
I really think he's gonna die the same way he died in 100.
That's gonna hurt so much.
Like based off of their abilities, I definitely can see it. Something like that happen. Imagine he jumps in front. Oh no! Oh.
And she's not gonna see it. She's gonna think
no.
this is it. Sean's gonna be there. Oy, oy, oy.
Like, oh no. That's gonna get so ugly at some point.
Okay, so that was chapter 226. We did the death predictions. Sorry, I'm looking this up on the fly, guys, because I have a terrible short-term memory. We said shocking would be Sean, Shen, and Layla.
Mm-hmm.
Imminent death, Fang, and Ruin, which Ruin's still up in the stratosphere. Likely, we had Creed, Yusai, Void, and Mui. I think Mui's pretty safe now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's safe.
We had Gina's unlikely because Sean's gonna, take that blow for her. Rip was a coin flip. I think because we were thinking he was struggling so much with sick. And then Fang, obviously. Oh, yikes. I mean, yeah, so we essentially called that.
Mr. Kowloon is 100% not.
We're not even going to call him Fang, Mr. Kowloon.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's now our elder, so we got to respect the elders.
Yo, I can't wait for like the anime, for all the stuff that we've been getting before this, and then like this stuff too. Oh my god! And then the voice act. Oh man. Yeah, people.
And then if Sean does die for Gina, like if she did have any feelings for him in a romantic sense, it's gonna go back to her whole. Let's just call it a conversation with herself about not letting the people you love be changed or die. Like you can protect them with your power. Full circle moment.
I think that like out of all of the conclusions, I feel like she's about to get like an absolute victory.
Gina?
Like, that's one character, yeah. Yes.
Yes.
That's one character I can see getting like a crazy victory where it's just like, oh shit, damn. Like everybody else is like maybe take each other out or barely gets them or something like that. But hers is gonna be, if Sean dies, yeah, it's GG's for change.
It ain't right, man. I really hope we're wrong, but I feel like the writing is on the wall for Sean.
Man, it sucks because I would love to see him in the epilogue too.
And like, it's not just because of his relationship to his dad. I mean, that's the main part, but I think he would make a great father.
Oh, for sure. You know
just
what?
Because of all this advice that he gives people, like his wisdom.
A lot of times when there's characters like that, where it's like, oh yeah, them dying thematically would be perfect for a story. But he's like a character I feel like you don't have, like, whether you do kill him or not, I am happy as hell because it's perfect for the story regardless of which. That's how good of a character he is. It doesn't matter what you do to him, you can't let me down now.
I think based on how we expect it to go, I would like either option as well.
You already like Sean, so if he stays here, then perfect. And if he dies for her, it's like, well, the romance part and all that, just the writing, and even his, like, from his introduction to 101 and about the whole acting thing, his father, it's like, yeah, that'd be crazy.
All right, so do you still want to do the tier list for today? I know this is normally much later than we start now, but
I don't mind either way, personally. I know on
if
Sundays you
I
usually
had a
busy,
preference,
so it's on you.
yeah, if I had a preference, since we started later than normal today, and yes, I know it's my fault, so bear with me, guys, but I would say hold off on it this week, and then next week we can start a little bit earlier, hopefully, and then get back into it.
I bet. Today's the third. Let me look at the calendar real quick. The 9th, Arcane, huh? When is that?
That's going to be next
Saturday? Okay. So Arcane, Bleach, okay.
Alright, I know we only have a couple viewers in here, but anything else you guys want us to talk about for today's stream?
Let's talk politics. Who said that? No.
Whoa! Hey, yo! Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a civil conversation.
Man, I'm so off of that now. It's very coach-like now. I'm done with all that.
I just want the ads to stop, personally.
Yeah,
I feel like the ad frequency have increased. Like, I'm getting more ads than I previously got. And not only am I getting more ads, but more of them are political.
Yeah. It's the agenda. It's the agenda piece in real life.
Agenda piece. Alright, yeah. Solid chapter.
That was a good follow-up. For the last one to be as good as it was, this is pretty good. It holds up.
Yeah, I give it a 7 or an 8. The artwork was great, so I'm gonna give it an 8 because it rhymes.
Do we need to be unburdened by that for real? That's our Renegator ability right there, unburdened. Oh, one thing I want to say. I don't know. This is just a thought.
Okay.
Like based off, and I kind of said this before a while back about Soul. Like if Soul ends up becoming like God or like in that place, kind of like the conversation we had the other day about like Bleach with Aizen, Soul killing stuff. Which you guys should go watch the reaction to Bleach. I'm going to release that after the stream. But anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that in the end here, that what do you think the likeliness is if the characters in the world like reincarnated again? It's not like another loop, but it loops, but it's like no loops after that. It's more of a reincarnation.
So, is this like the validated world, or is this just like the final world, not the final loop? This is the final loop, but we do get one more world. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Because all this soul stuff makes me think that, you know, like that's a possibility.
I initially thought that was a possibility. The only reason why I now don't think that is because Soul seems a lot more antagonistic than I was expecting. I thought he was going to be more so of like, oh no, don't do this. Let's just kind of coexist, be peaceful. No, he seems like he hates humans like the rest of the Master Rules.
It's Luna's fault though. I think that's the
I agree.
It's like it, because that's most of his beef. It really is for her right now. I mean, he says, "Yeah, humanity, fuck you," but that's what he's supposed to say. But I do agree, he is getting very more antagonistic by the chapter, like for real. But he's in that I'm being betrayed mode, or I'm being controlled, puppeteered, even though he does the same shit. But
I'm curious, like, what's going to be the first domino to fall? Like, who's going to be the first Master Rule if we do defeat one before Injustice hits the battlefield? Is like, because he seemed like relatively close to change. If she was the first Master Rule to be killed, which I think after that comes with Sean, like that would just introduce so much chaos into the story. I feel like he would be even more upset than when Lon or Beast got killed. He seemed on, friendly terms, or like, that's sort of my kin. But with language, or not language, change, that seems, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of in my own headspace, but that seems a bit more romantic, or like a bit more personal of a connection.
It's funny because my pick was changed only because of, change. And that would change the battlefield, like literally.
Okay.
And just narratively. But I do agree that once the domino effect happens, whether it's her that starts first, or that's what's going to really change stuff for him, and he's going to start phasing up because bro is still in his normal state.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna boss up until one of his other comrades dies, and then he's like, "This can't be happening." Yes.
And
I don't even know like what's gonna go on with Luck. Luck has not said really much of anything to our characters. I don't know. I maybe expected a little bit more out of her.
We'll get that. I think Fugo's gonna have that conversation, some kind of conversation with Luck
eventually, but I don't know.
And then Time, I love the dialogue last chapter from him.
That's been some of my favorite here recently.
I definitely see him getting defeated. Like I see, like
double KO.
Yeah, like that's gonna since I said Gina's gonna be one that's gonna get the victory, I think Fang technically will get the victory as well on his end. In terms of the one who 100% is going to benefit from Juiz is obviously Yusai with Justice. That's 1,000%. Kind of like what you predicted, like way back when this arc started.
I thought it was going to be Juiz / Julia and Yusai going up against Justice.
And then there's Sick, obviously. I feel like Sick is also one where you can kind of have Rip and them kind of take them out and take each other out.
That could be true. I'm just getting more nervous by the chapter about what's going on because we haven't seen but like Rip's, I'm not gonna say disgruntled, but like his faces of pain or like anxiety. We do not know what Sick is doing on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And that's concerning because my mind's left to wander. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, someone's gonna die at that location.
And then there's still Ruin somewhere learning. He's in timeout. He's been in timeout. He has to self-reflect and come back.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this hypothetical. Someone had theorized since the Union doesn't really have a healer on its team, how would you feel if Sean sacrificed himself or Rip sacrificed himself and then was saved by Ruin? Would you feel cheated?
I wouldn't say I'll feel cheated necessarily. I feel like it depends on the character, but it's kind of hard because it's not like maybe with Rip. I think it works best with Rip because he's someone that I think we automatically thought, yeah, he's that kind of character that would die. But given like his relationship with Layla and Latla, I'm like, nah, man, let this man live because he was one of the main ones that was from a long time ago, season 1, that was already being, the trauma. That's somebody that we really got the trauma of, or at least felt that trauma for a long time now. And I feel, and then plus Rip and Ruin, I mean, they crossed each other maybe once, barely, briefly. Before he fought Andy.
They were we're on opposite sides. Just kidding. I'm on your team.
I think it works best with Rip though, based off of like how we've been following Rip's character and
especially
like
if
him
Remember is used.
Yeah, and he was like my number one character that would die one day. Like he was always that, like a while back. So I think it works best with him. I'm sorry, Sean, but.
I don't know how you'd feel about this because it's kind of like a niche topic, but we could also do a tier list of like who deserves a happy ending.
That's a good one. That's a hard one though.
I know, because then it's just like, oh well, you said this guy deserved to have more happiness than this
Why
guy.
are they in B tier? Why
are you trauma scaling? What? All of them should be in happy tier.
Yeah, exactly. But if we had to, it's like, hey man. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I'll actually have to think about each character, their goals, motivations, relationships.
That one is almost like all-encompassing. You would really have to think about these if we wanted to do that tier list.
I'm just gonna throw out names. Just think for a second. Like think of Andy, Nico, Rip, Gina, Fugo. Like all those characters I just named there.
Happy tier.
Yeah. Like Nico, he's gonna be high up because obviously the family thing in Miko. Like that's a no-brainer. And with Ichiko. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's okay, so I'm gonna write that one down. Happy conclusion.
Well, sorry for the bait title today, guys. I didn't intend to do that to you guys, but again, some outside circumstances, and then I didn't know what was going on with the chapters. I just took a shot in the dark.
You guys know the drill, man. Pull up for videos and streams. Once again, I'm going to be releasing Bleach in the next about 30 minutes, hour, somewhere around the next hour.
And earlier this morning, I released episode 5 of Dandadan. Excellent direction. Can't wait to get into more of that series, because we will be hopping into the Dandadan manga come January. It might literally be the day after the anime ends. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we are just so excited to finally get into that manga series.
Yes, sir. So hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your Sunday, or wherever you are in the world right now. Timing, dinner, lunch, breakfast, morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Hope you guys have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video or stream. And peace.